Yo, I thought this would be a cool video to react to right here. 4 defendants that got attacked in a courtroom. Let's check it out.
As you're about to find out, Antonio wants justice to be served, but would prefer to have a hand in the action himself.
BAM!
911, what is the address of your emergency?
I found a dead body.
Deshaun Brown is accused of murdering Natisha Lattimore and her son Nilo in 2020.
Investigators say Brown barbarically killed her 3-year-old son Nilo, throwing him into the river while alive.
Wow.
I know my son out there and I can't bring his body home. I get frustrated and I get angry. No closures.
You just heard why Deshaun Brown from Cincinnati, Ohio is facing the death penalty.
But why did he do it?
The date is June 23rd, 2022, and Deshaun Brown is standing before the judge, ready to receive his sentence. Emotions are bubbling in the courtroom, as in attendance we have Antonio Hughes, the former boyfriend of Natisha and grieving father of Nilo.
Why did y'all let him in the
Antonio is
courtroom?
understandably still reeling from the loss of his child, especially because his 3-year-old boy's body could never be found.
His father said at this point he's even considered hiring professional divers or renting a boat in desperation.
I gotta think about Nilo. Just being in the river and his body can never be buried.
As you're about to find out, Antonio wants justice to be served, but would prefer to have a hand in the action himself, quite literally. And that is exactly what he does, getting in a few good punches on Deshaun's head and neck before the bailiffs pull him away.
Hit him in a chokehold.
After a short struggle, they
Bang,
manage to handcuff Antonio and help him up
don't
to
cover
his
your head
feet.
old.
There's pain in his
trying to keep it
eyes,
friendly
but
family,
after
but
he watches the bailiffs switch the handcuffs on Deshaun, you can see the rage returning. Even though his hands are bound behind his back, he tries to go in for one last attack. It takes 4 bailiffs to hold Antonio and wrestle him to the ground. He was eventually escorted out and was charged in contempt of court. Deshaun has been in prison on a $1 million bail awaiting his next trial date on October 17th.
1 million.
He's being charged with 2 counts of murder, 1 count each of felonious assault, gross abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence. He faces the death penalty.
Deshaun Brown, you deserve the death penalty for what you did to my grandson and my daughter. You deserve the death penalty.
Why y'all covering his face?
No mercy. None.
So, can we really
just
blame
said the
Antonio
grandson
for
and
his
his
attack?
daughter, like, it's not
Or
gonna be
should he
hard
have
to
let
figure out who
justice
he
take
is?
its course?
They should let him get like
This
2 more hits
scumbag
in.
deserves to be in hell. He needs to burn in hell.
Watch closely. It only takes a moment.
Oh, yo, did he put
Violence erupts inside a Hamilton County courtroom.
It took just
He took
seconds
the
for the
cuffs,
fighting to begin,
and
and just moments later, the court officers rushed in.
The witness,
that's
who was in
cold.
police custody, attacked the defendant standing in front of a judge. Eric McCullough is charged with criminal homicide and aggravated assault after he allegedly stabbed his niece Taisha, as well as another man, Antoine Lee.
This all happening earlier this month.
Wait,
This is 25-year-old Antoine
he stabbed his niece. So what?
Lee,
What about the other
the
guy?
witness
Why
to the murder. Oh, did we mention that he was also the boyfriend of Taisha? Antoine.
Wait.
This is 25-year-old Antoine Lee, the witness to the murder. Oh, did we mention that he was also the boyfriend of Taisha?
But why is he handcuffed?
Antoine is in court to testify against Eric, but Antoine has plans to seek revenge of his own.
But why
he
is he in
darts at Eric
handcuffs?
and wastes no time as he swings at the back of Eric's head.
Oh, okay. Okay, he double hit him. I thought he took the handcuffs.
He gets in a few decent blows despite being handcuffed. All of this happened within a few feet of the judge, who was clearly caught off guard by the altercation. The fight was broken up quite quickly, but you can see another bailiff attempting to stop some other men who tried to get involved.
Take him out, take him out.
One of them is heard muttering, "I'll kill you," which we assume is towards Eric, who seems noticeably shaken before the bailiff escorts him out. They then detain Antoine and wait for things to cool down.
But why is he in handcuffs?
As fate would have it, Antoine was sadly killed in 2019 after someone opened fire during a gunfight in his Grove Street neighborhood.
Just
Eric is spending his life behind bars, while Antoine ultimately lost his. Another reminder that crime doesn't pay in the long run.
Streets is cold.
Police say 50-year-old Jamie Thomas Flowers was killed inside her home in Muskegon Heights after a fight with her husband over cigarettes.
He was irritable and said that he was a grown man. If he wanted to buy cigarettes, he would buy cigarettes.
Prosecutors say Jamie Thomas Flowers was shot multiple times by her husband, Vashon Flowers, and one of those shots was at close range.
Justice for Jamie! Justice for Jamie! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
Actually, I heard, "You don't have to do this, Vashon. Please don't do this. You don't have to do this." And then I heard gunshots.
This is 46-year-old Vashon Flowers from Muskegon Heights, Michigan, who is on trial for the murder of his wife, 50-year-old Jamie Thomas Flowers. This isn't his first time being in a courtroom, having been convicted of 4 previous crimes. This is London Thomas, son of Jamie, the victim. You can see him leaning on the banister, glaring towards Vashon. As him, you can see. This is London Thomas, son of Jamie, the victim. You can see him leaning on the banister, glaring towards Vashon. As soon as Vashon's lawyer approaches him, London leaps.
He was
glaring
quick.
Towards Vashon.
He was quick.
As soon as Vashon's lawyer approaches him,
that's a parkour
London
move
leaps
right there.
with style over the rail and rushes to attack. He gets tripped up as he's
He couldn't make it in time. He's too far away.
only a foot away, which gives the closest bailiff time to catch up and pull him back. Several other bailiffs join in as they attempt to hold him back too.
5
You can
people.
clearly see that London is trying to get away from them, but that only causes the bailiffs to use extra force as they drag him away, finally managing to detain him. Vashon was sentenced to life in prison, although he attempted to appeal the decision, still claiming he was not guilty, despite being the one to turn himself in.
The dude's crazy, obviously. Dude got a V tattoo on his face.
While London wasn't able to get his hands on Vashon himself, we expect that there will be plenty of readily available hands waiting for him behind bars as he serves out his life sentence.
I don't know. Last time I was talking about convicts and state prison, there's people talking about state prison is hard and stuff like that. For a guy to kill his own woman and he go to the state prison and he go down to general population, what they gonna do to him? I don't think they're gonna do anything. All he did was kill his wife. So I don't know. You know, he got a body. You know, people respect people with bodies. So I don't know. Y'all tell me. Everybody that's been to jail, prison, whatever, what's gonna happen to this dude that killed his wife? Nothing? I don't think anything will happen to him, really.
This case is just a little bit different, as a shackled Christopher Elwell of Dover, New Hampshire, is being escorted to the back of the courtroom. He was just given his sentence of 7.5 to 15 years in prison for molesting a little girl.
Now this guy, if he go to General Poppy, he getting his ass killed.
This is Josiah Davies, another convict who is waiting for his own sentence hearing to commence.
Definitely not even.
As Christopher is escorted to be seated on the same bench as Josiah, you can see the clear disgust and anger come across his face. Even though these two men do not know each other, and even though Josiah is also shackled, he still goes in to attack Christopher with the only weapon he has available to him, his head. Almost as quickly as his face turns to anger, Josiah turns to headbutt Christopher in the face, getting in a few knocks.
He's like, oh, I don't care. Yeah, wait till you get to jail.
Before a sheriff tackles him and pins him against the bench.
You gonna care then.
Christopher shrugs off the attack, but if you take a closer look, you can see his evil smirk, knowing that he riled up another convict, almost as though he's proud of himself.
Yeah, wait till you get to
While
jail,
Josiah
man.
is being
Think it's
detained,
funny.
Christopher is escorted out of the courtroom.
And buddy that did the head buddy, he probably gonna get some rep in jail.
Josiah was charged
and if they go
for
to
the
same
assault,
jail,
which was combined with his existing forgery charges. We don't condone
We're
violence,
gonna get around fast.
but in this case, we applaud Josiah for using his head to dish out some justice. This is 22-year-old Lindy Jones from Orangeburg, South Carolina. The previous day, he pleaded guilty to the killing of 18-year-old Willie Jr. Antoine Fields. Lindy shot Willie 4 times in August of 2019, and then Lindy and his brother disposed of the body in a nearby forest. This is the father of the victim, Willie Clay Fields, who stands with grieving family members as they attend Lindy's sentence hearing. Willie Jr. was the only son of Willie Sr. and his wife, making this loss even more tragic. Let's take a look at how this final attack unfolded. Shortly after the sentence hearing is underway, Willie Sr. rushes forward in a direct beeline towards Lindy. You can see that he catches the bailiff off guard as he passes by, managing to throw a hard punch, striking Lindy in the jaw. He then pushes Lindy towards the ground and continues hammering down with more punches before the bailiff manages to intervene. Another bailiff steps in to help pull Willie Sr. away while Lindy gets back to his feet. He appears to step towards Willie Sr., but a female officer holds him back and begins guiding him to the other side of the room. Another family member is held back by a bailiff, and you can see him pointing towards Lindy as he hurls threats in his direction.
You lucky.
Willie Sr. was charged.
Oh, punk. Oh yeah, he a punk.
Begins guiding him to the other
side. He hard. He about to get stomped by 1, 2, 3, 4, man. Hell no. And grandmama might get some licks in too.
Another family member is held back by a bailiff, and you can see him pointing towards Lindy as he hurls threats in his direction. Willie Sr. was charged with assault and contempt of court, but Lindy did not want to pursue pressing charges.
He a punk. Anyways, man. Yeah, about old boy that that killed his girl. If he go to jail, state prison, what's gonna happen? All he did was kill his girl. I don't think really anything gonna happen. He might join a gang or something. I'm not too sure. I don't know nothing about jail. I just seen videos and stuff like that. But let me know below. What do y'all think gonna happen to him? Anyway, it's your boy Miss. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.